Hi, Caroline Kearney here at Powell Arts, and I'm standing with the terrific Rosemary Fisher and her piece, one of two pieces that will be in our The Marvelous and Unusual show from now through July 16th. Rosemary, can you introduce us to your piece?
Yes, this piece, the base fabric underneath is hand-dyed cotton, and I like to recycle, especially bike parts, so it's got a bike chain in here. I am very passionate about handwork. While there is a lot of hand embroidery, there's also a little bit of machine stitching, wool felting, and beads incorporated into it. Also to recycle, I have some old necklaces in here to emphasize some lines that I wanted to bring out.
So I just have to ask, this is so unique. How did you get started?
Well, I started in sculpture way long ago at Moore College of Art.
Great school.
Yeah, I transferred to fabric because I didn't have the studio space to make sculpture.
Yeah.
Especially when I was working.
But it's space.
So I started working in fabric, and then I decided to create my own pieces. Or I started as a quilter, I should say, and then I decided to create my own pieces based on drawings and nature, music, books I read. I have a lot of influences, and I either start with a drawing or I just go right to the fabric.
So this is called Space. Were you inspired by space?
I was reading a lot of science fiction at the time, and I also am a big fan of the artist Tanguy, Tanguy, and I like how he would create a sense of space with his paintings.
So you're doing
so. I was trying to create a space with this work.
It's nice because one, I like how you use the line and the depth as nice delineations that lead us through the piece. But I do like how there's areas that are more dense with the handwork and more than a little freer and things like that. It's really beautiful to see the layering of techniques that you've integrated into it. And I think we think of space a lot of times as a vacuum, but it's not. It's vast, it's unending, and it's filled with stuff, both naturally occurring and then even like things that they're not repurposed yet. Like there's satellite parts up there, basically.
Right.
Basically, like up in space. You also hand dye the cotton?
I did for this piece. I'm not a big fabric dyer. I do like to do it, but I don't do it often. But I enjoy dyeing this fabric. So I came into a surplus of cotton fabric, so
it's got beautiful like even the texture of it feels luxe and luscious. So when you approach a piece like this, it's so nuanced and layered. Where do you start? Do you start with the handwork? How do you lay it out?
Well, I knew I wanted to incorporate the bike chain, and I was thinking about a diptych at the time. So I started with two separate sections, and then with this piece, then I just go right into the needle felting, and I wanted the colors to pop, so I chose yellows and oranges against the blue, and from there it's all intuitive.
How do you place the wool? Like with this, you said this is wool, correct?
Yes.
How do you? At what point do you start integrating that?
If I feel a space needs a little more
texture,
zhuzhing, I'll it's wool felting. You do it with a needle, and I'll put some in here. I also wanted to use the wool and the stitching to take your eye around the piece, and not out of the piece.
Well, there's also a part of this that feels a little bit like the sea, which is funny because they say the only space that we've explored less than space is actually the sea, because both of them have seemingly infinite depths, and it has this feeling of this natural and like luminous, mysterious like thing that is deep, and yet there's an interplay of serenity versus like intellectual. Like on the one hand, this piece makes me feel very calm, and yet I am intellectually engaged. Like, what is happening here? So it's nice that push and pull of energy. So, and the blue and yellow is one of my favorite combinations.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that I noticed the chain over here, but I just noticed it down here.
Yeah.
Sometimes in these videos, guys, it's me discovering in real time, like a nice detail that I was like, ooh. We were speaking earlier to another artist that one of the things we enjoy about the art is before it comes in, we only see it on a screen. And you can look at it and say, that is an intriguing piece. But then when you see it in person, which is why you should always see it in person, there's other levels of nuance and interest in it that make you go, ooh, that's so nice. And everybody likes a happy surprise. I mean, it's very Bob Ross of me, but everybody loves a happy surprise.
Yeah.
So I love this piece, Rosemary. I'm so glad that we have you in our Marvelous and Unusual show. I hope many of you come out to see it. It will be here from now through July 16th. Thank you so much.
Thank you.